Hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hello, people.
Can you hear us? Lots of lovely peeps in already. Let's start from the top. Oh, Tom got his message in first.
If you can't hear us, type 1 in chat.
He just wanted to pick you to the post, Carol.
Yeah.
So Carol's got some deliveries due, so she might have to pop in and out a bit, and they're late as usual. I know that feeling. Hey, Renee. Oh, Renee's got a new Wi-Fi set up. Oh, you have to reset it. Oh, I hate that kind of thing.
You get me to do that kind of thing.
I was going to say Tom hates when I have that kind of thing. So basically it's Tom. Well, I do try myself. And there's Snoppy. Hello, Snoppy.
I only sometimes have to fix the problems caused by you trying. Actually, to be fair, it's usually John's attempts that have to be fixed.
Don't you just listen to these, you know. Nothing you wouldn't say to his face.
No.
So anybody who's new and watching, don't worry, you can't see anything except the starting screen at the moment. And if you want to join in the chat, the live chat, don't type things into the comments. You need to make sure you've got the live chat window open. If you're on a PC, it should be appearing to the right hand side. If you're on a phone, I don't know how you bring it up. It's different on different devices, but yeah, you need to have the live chat window open. A lot of people, when they're on a phone, they end up using a second device to chat. Yeah, or they're watching on the telly and they use the phone to chat. Yeah, so I know that you can join in the chat on a phone because that's what people do. There's Linda. Hello, Linda. Hey, Rachel, Danielle, and Debs. Hey, Zoe. Zoe's just been skyrocketing on her YouTube channel. Congratulations, Zoe. Last I looked, you were like over 12,000.
Are you at 100k yet, Zoe? If not, come on, chop chop.
Hey, Jen. And Granny Sue.
She's
and
on 14.3 now.
Dawn's on her last day of holiday. 15.3.
14.
14.
So, nearly.
Blimey, Zoe. That's like...
She's going mental.
10,000 in 2 weeks or something. It's massive. Well done, you. Did I say hello to Linda? Hello, Linda. Hello, Purple Poppy Claire. Hello, Churn Dash. And Lucy. I think I've said hello to everyone. And Viv. Hello. And Wendy. And Susie Q.
I've said hello to nobody, so just imagine that I was saying all those things as well. Hi, B.
Double O Sue. Hello, B. B and Susie are working and lurking probably. Oh.
Yeah, I don't understand why the kids like shorts so much, but clearly they do, because it's working out really well.
And hello to, just in case she's watching, hello to Fabulous Jax, who's a bit under the weather at the moment, one way or another, and so she won't be joining us, but in case she watches this back or she's lurking in the background, hello. So right, let's show my ugly mug now. It's past time, and I'm busy looking at the chat and not showing anything. Hang on. Here, there
what
it is.
Foolishness is this? Surely you don't have an ugly mug.
I have got an ugly mug, and I'm not talking about this one.
And no, you're quite right, Dawn. I didn't.
Did you not? I thought you did. I think he mentioned you, but didn't actually say hello.
I mean, I had literally just said that I haven't said hello to anyone before that message. So.
Oh.
And then told people to imagine that I had said it along with you. Because there's no point in us both talking over each other saying hello at the start.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hey Andrea. Hello. So he thinks her new subs are all children. Is that because of your Pokemon series, Zoe? There's lots of adults like that as well, though, isn't there?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're doing shorts about Pokemon, it's definitely going to be children.
Well, it might just be adults with short attention spans. There's a lot of those about these days. Hey, PP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of them.
See you.
Yeah. Hey, PP.
Yeah. I'm going to challenge myself to something. Well, I'm not sure my old eyes are up to, but I'm going to try it today. I'm going to be. So, I've been working on my stack of crochet squares for my poncho. Look, are you impressed?
No.
I've only got, if I go for the medium size, which I'm thinking looking at these is going to be enough, then I've only got about 10 more squares to make and the half ones. So I'm nearly there. And I've got loads left in the box. I'm going to have more. I've still got 4 complete balls and 4 part balls downstairs. So I have more than enough, I think.
You said you were going to try the smaller size, see if that works.
Yeah, because I thought if I lay them out, I'll be able to see by the size of the square. Because it's 46 if you do the medium size, and it's 78 if you do the large size. So I think you must do another whole round around the outside of the square. And I think, like Jen said last week, the weight of the yarn is also going to like pull it down. And I am quite short, so I don't need it to be...
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to be able to get away with a small size, it's you. Yeah,
because I always think, I can't eat it big because I'm so wide, but I think with the poncho, it's more about your height than the width.
Also, you're only that wide in your head.
No, I am that wide.
No, because I've seen you. Like people just, can you get a regular size human to hold the stack so we can get a good comparison?
Hilarious.
He's a funny gentleman, this PP.
You're not big, funny and clever either.
Or some PP.
He's got the same not big, funny and clever badge as you have. Hey, little sparrow. I'm just trying to work out in my head what time it is for Christine.
I'm guessing it's silly o'clock.
Really late? Because I was going to say, normally we don't see Christine for these daytime ones. Are you up in the middle of the night or something, Christine? Hey, Alison. Special javelin mention waiting for you. A special javelin mention for Linda. I have to know what that's about. In my most recent vid. Do you like crochet as well, Zoe? The crochet squares. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos I've done. Oh, I haven't got it. Oh no, have I left it downstairs?
Oh,
I think I left it downstairs. I've got this vintage crochet book which has got old vintage 1970s granny squares in it, and I'm really loving going through them. What I'm going to do today, my challenge today, just by way of a change, is instead of using, I'm going to do this thingy view now. Instead of using the normal double knitting one I've been using, I'm going to have a go at doing a granny square with this. Do you dare me? And make miniature granny squares to go in like my room boxes or whatever.
With you holding it there.
Ha ha ha. Oh, your javelin. Yeah, I have javelin needles too, Christine. I often get asked why I use such a big needle, but there's lots of reasons for using a big needle. Yeah. Sorry, what do you say then, Tom? I'm just...
Peepe's just said he better never travel to the UK or you might kick him in the ankles.
Yes.
But only if you bring your step ladder.
Not big, funny or clever. So what's everybody else going to be doing today? You can shut up as well, Zoe.
No,
she's making size jokes. Yeah, come on.
We've met you. You're not a giant. You're just wearing bigger shoes.
I was going to say, she's more likely to wear heels than I would ever be.
Yeah.
Blooming cheek. How very dare you. Now, what size hook do we think? I've got a lot of these very fine hooks.
5'4", what, with stilts on?
Anybody in the chat who's used to using this kind of size of... Hang on, let's get it to focus. This kind of size of thread... What size hook would you recommend? I've got all these tiny size hooks. I might just have to experiment, but
I reckon
I should have googled this.
Up from the smallest.
Ooh. The smallest is very, very small. Sorry, that's
why
really
you
noisy.
go 2 up.
I feel like that is going to be maybe a bit too big. Mm-mm. It's not the finest though, because people do crochet like almost like sewing thread.
Yeah.
You know. I'm kind of thinking I've got a 0.85.
Saying 1.5. Alison's saying 2.5 or 3. That's quite a range.
Yeah. 3. Well, I've got. Oh, I was going to go for a 0.85.
Oh.
Hang on.
People think you're crazy.
Well, let's go for the smallest one that was mentioned there first. There's 1.75.
Sounds like you're going to have to experiment, doesn't it?
1.5. Okay, I'm going to try the 1.5. I feel like that's going to be too big. Focus.
No, I reckon that'll be about right.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll just try a few stitches. I'll soon know.
Yeah, it won't take long to find out, will it? Don't do a PP and just turn the entire ball of yarn into a chain.
Mm-hmm. The offer still stands, PP. You can send it to me if you like, and I will turn it into a scarf for you. But then you would have to wear it. And I would want photographic evidence, so...
PP would definitely do that.
That's the trouble. I don't know what weight the yarn is. Rainbow Hill Community Hub, that is... I know Stitch Kit have to do with them. So that... And I know Rachel's here as well, so... I don't know what weight it is. That's the trouble. I've had these so long, I've long lost the labels. It feels to me like it's not that different from the number 8 perlé thread that I use quite a bit. Hang on a sec.
Oh, hang about.
So
it's true, Christine. He does have a very, very long, thin scarf.
Yeah, it's true. You just wind it round and round. So that is a number 8 perlé thread. So it's a little bit thicker than that, actually, isn't it? Well,
it is a bit.
Yeah. Oh, focus. But it's not that different. You see what I mean? Number 5. I think these are number 5. And those are definitely thicker. So it's not as heavy as a number 5 embroidery thread. As a number... 5 embroidery thread. But it's heavier than a number 8. So... I'm not very good on weights of yarn, as you can tell.
Yeah, so it just looks like thicker yarn than it is because it's being held by such a tiny person. You need to get a banana for scale.
I actually think I've got this number... This is 1.6. I'm going to try this first because I feel like even this might be too big. Because I do want to end up with quite small squares as well. What's everybody else going to be doing today? Oh, so Debs has some anchor. It says 20 on the band. 0.75, but it's thinner than a perlé. So it might be... Let's just try this 1.6 and see what happens. I might find that I do a few stitches and I really can't stand to do any more. And that'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
I've had this yarn, this thread, for such a long time. Since you lived in Walthamstow, Tom. Bought it at that little shop there that closed down.
Oh, with the
mad lady.
Yeah. She was known on YouTube.
Yeah. That's the size hang on. Why won't you focus today, camera? That's the size my stitches are going to be. Doesn't look too bad.
Maybe slightly smaller.
Slightly smaller hook?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try 1.25 then.
Yeah, if that was 1.5, I reckon 1.25 might be better.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm a crochet expert, it's very easy.
I should have tried Googling this beforehand, but then I wouldn't know what weight to call this.
Exactly, yeah. What do you Google?
All I could do, I've got some of this sitting here, which says 40 on it. Is that what you call the weight? And that is definitely much, much finer. Much finer. That's what some of these really small needles are for. Slippy this. It's not holding it's not holding the knot because it's slipping away.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be frustrating to start, but easier once you've got something there to work from.
This is going to be absolutely scintillating to watch.
People don't tune in for interesting viewing.
No, they don't. They don't. What's everyone else doing today anyway?
Yes.
Oh, exciting news. Exciting to me. Craft of the Month box, the Stitch Kit Craft of the Month box for May is now on the website. So the Arty Farty Annie mystery box for May. It's a mystery to me as well. It might have my name on it, but that's all. That's as far as it goes. So that went on the site. I think it was yesterday. They said it went up yesterday. And you can, if you're happy to have a surprise, you can pre-order it now and use a discount code, which is pre-order 10. I've put it in the description box. And we've still got a week or so to get the Crochet Granny Squares box. And that has been absolutely brilliant. 25 quid. Like, it's such good value. And you can get 10% off that as well with, funny enough, this code, which you can also use for a mixed subscription. Yeah, that's right. You can use it for a mixed subscription or a crochet subscription, or
Yes.
So yeah. So I'm dying to see what Rachel's picked out for me for this month. Well, Rachel and Kirsty. I never would have got into. I love crocheting. I would never. I've loved doing granny squares on and off for years, but it's made me kind of revisit it and get back into it again. So yeah, I do like having a surprise box personally. But then I'm happy to have a go at any kind of needle crafts. Really, there's not anything I wouldn't have a go at.
Yeah.
I guess.
Which is lucky because you've got loads of free time. You don't have many things to do.
It's always nice to have something new, though, isn't it?
Ooh, how are they working out for you, Christine?
There's some of your food. Oh, lovely. Oh, dying to see what you're going to do with them, Christine. Christine, why are you up at this hour? Surely it is extremely late for you, isn't it? You having a sleepless night? Hexies and Hexagons.
Apparently it's only 11 p.m.
Oh, right.
So it's not that late.
Oh, I've got that wrong in my head. I think it depends what time of year, doesn't it? Sometimes we're sort of... Yeah. There's more of a gap than others. Well, I've got my little ring in there anyway. That's a start.
Keep reminding you of church wafers. They probably don't taste very good.
Yeah, don't lick them, Christine.
Yeah.
They are food safe, but...
PLA is made from, sugar, essentially.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's why it's environmentally friendly, isn't it?
It's not edible.
Yeah. It's probably less toxic than some would be. Oh, this is going to be fiddly. I don't know how much of this I will do, but I'm determined to at least do one just to prove I can do it. I've seen other people do this.
Sylvia.
Hey, Sylvia. I've spent the money before Brain shed the check. Yeah, we went. Our clocks go forward on the last Saturday in March, and then they go back on the last Saturday in October.
I'm just glad that all of my devices with clocks automatically change themselves, or there's something I just don't need to care, like the microwave or the central heating thing.
I have scared myself a few times looking at the clock on your central heating and thinking that's the real time.
Yeah.
And sometimes it turns out to be true.
It.
Because neither of us got an extremely reliable body clock, have we? I've done my first cluster of trebles, look.
Oh, it's looking okay. My body clock seems to be scarily accurate when it comes to a timer about to go off on food that I'm cooking.
It's the food
but not
thing,
when I'm at
isn't
your
it?
house.
That's your incentive. No, we tend to get engrossed in...
A number of times I get up and then the beep goes off just as I get downstairs. It's like, ow.
Yeah. This isn't going to come out small enough for what I want. I think I need to get finer thread to make it I wanted it to be like 12 scale, which isn't going to work. But I'm going to carry on now because I've started, so... So has anybody else said what... yeah. Knitting socks again, Sylvia. DMT plus one more British summertime.
She can't be on GMT plus one.
No, she can't be. She's way ahead of us. She's several hours ahead of us.
Time zones are a pain.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Kerry.
Hi, Kerry.
Well, if anybody wants to post a picture of whatever they're working on in the live stream, follow along. We'll have a little peek in a minute.
A couple of people already have.
And I got some new worthless treasures to show today. So if you want to share a picture of your worthless to anyone except you treasures.
Given that I know that at least one of these treasures is something I gave to you, I'm deeply offended by the word worthless.
No, I mean money-wise, like, you know, it's not something you can sell or whatever, but it's priceless to me. Like the scary baby teeth and... oh, now that's one I could show. Your baby teeth. But what I mean is those baby dentures. And the little Ivan doll.
Hi, Marion.
Hey, Marion. Trying to decoupage a panel on a cupboard. Ooh. You're not stuck up at all. You're very down to earth, Marion. Ah, right. Yes, that makes sense.
That makes a lot more
plus
sense.
10. That makes more sense, yeah. I want cake now you've said that. Cool, this is going to be fiddly. Can't see what I'm doing at all there, can you?
Since you guys are so far in the future over there, can you tell us what the lottery numbers are going to be?
Wouldn't it be nice if it worked like that?
I'll give you a share of the winnings.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go down a hook size or 3 and use that very fine thread, but maybe not while I'm streaming this. But
you just split the thread you've got into multiple plies. There you go. You had a cream egg. Oh, those are always a bit too sickly for my liking.
I always think I'm going to want it. Do you know what I haven't had for ages? And when I saw someone on telly have one the other day, I really wanted it. It's a walnut whip.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had one of those for a long time.
Somewhat disappointing.
Oh no, I always loved them. And didn't they bring out like a coffee flavour one or something? Something different.
Yeah. I finished off that Easter egg you got me.
Did you?
It's actually surprisingly nice, because often Easter egg chocolate is just gross.
Icky chocolate.
Because it's like they've had it there since last year, it's gone stale and it tastes awful. But it's just tasted like the, say, Maltesers bars that it came with. Which was nice.
I've done the first round. I have completed the first round.
Well done.
Can you hear? Does my computer sound very loud, Tom? Can you hear it?
I can't hear it, no.
It seems to be making a lot of fan noise.
Yeah.
Doesn't usually make that much noise.
No, you're not usually streaming.
What does it think it's doing? Well, obviously it thinks it's streaming and filming and things, but... Hey, round one done, look! Woohoo! But that's the size I wanted my square to end up, stupidly. You know. Obviously I need to start with much finer thread to get that effect.
Yeah, Cadbury's chocolate has massively gone downhill since they were bought out by, was it Kraft?
Yeah, I think
some big American company.
Foods,
just it's not the same stuff anymore.
No.
I mean, it's still better than Hershey's or whatever, but
yeah, we're not fond of Hershey's, are we?
Well, I don't like food that tastes like vomit, so call me old-fashioned.
Let's have a bit of pink next. Boop. Yeah, Hershey. What kind of nasty stuff, Linda? Yeah, we were saying about that, about Hershey's, a couple of weeks ago, Zoe.
We've said it multiple times on multiple streams.
Yeah.
I'm a bit bitter about it.
Last Saturday was Belizean National Hold Saturday. National Holiday. Is that meant to be National Holiday? Saturday cycling race, and the British won. I almost called him a boomer. How rude. Yeah, I could make myself up a little tiny blocking thing, can I? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I like any kind of hazelnut chocolate thing.
Hazelnuts are good.
Hang on, what did Linda say is in...
She didn't, yeah.
Ah, right. I don't mind Oreos. Oh, Holy Saturday. Ah.
Cadmium and lead. Mm.
Wow.
I can only imagine that was
somewhat concerning, isn't it?
A temporary mistake rather than intentional.
Yeah.
That's not a mistake you'd want
like,
to
Southwest
have
Water
happen, really.
had that for a while, didn't they? Do you remember?
Yeah.
I'm not weaving the ends in as I go like I am with my big squares.
Oh, you're so lazy.
Well, it's going to be a bit of a pain after, but I just think I can only cope with one thing at a time. Yeah, I'm aiming to do... I've got my poncho to finish, and I've got my few other squares I've been trying out from that vintage book, and I'm aiming to do a blanket a bit like the one Wendy showed in the follow-along room.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I thought it was lovely. When we go into the room... Well, I'll go into the room now, shall I? Oh, hang on.
I think you probably should.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a mocha Kit Kat.
Japan has got some really strange Kit Kat flavours, which unfortunately are exclusive to Japan.
Isn't there even like a wasabi one or something odd like that?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, Chilean chocolate's a fairly traditional thing now, isn't it?
You see, Raz was disgusted by that thought.
What, Chilean chocolate?
Yeah.
That's because he's Belgian.
Well, he goes on about how Belgian chocolate's the best, obviously because he is Belgian. It's like, you think someone who's that passionate about chocolate would have heard of Chile.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, that was being done before Belgium was making chocolate. So,
just making sure I'm in the right room before I go to Discord a minute. I'm there now, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, right, let's go back up to where we finished last time. Yeah, those are toes adorbs. I remember saying that. Right, okay. So we're going into Discord now. So anybody who isn't already a member of our Discord, I think Tom just put a link in there just now. Or it might have been PP. Somebody put a link in there just now.
I did put one, yeah. I can do another one. But yeah.
You can, if you join our Discord, you can show us what you're working on in here, and we can all have a look. Danielle's just showing, she's just popping on quickly, so she's probably not in here now, but she's just come on to share. She's been doing that fabric collage, mixed media fabric thing that I did a video of just recently. I love that. I love that how each person that does it comes up with completely different results. And in fact, the same person doing it again with different supplies on a different day is going to come up with different results. Love that. I'm dying to see what she's going to do with it, whether she's going to make them into hearts or cut it into little pieces for cards or whatever. Brilliant. Love that. You'd never be able to buy a piece of fabric like that. Chandash is saying, my husband has some lovely pens and asked me to make a pouch to put them in. Oh, I love sewing pouches. I just really enjoy it. Let's have a look at this. Oh, I like those fabrics. Nice. And you can just really enjoy stitching, and yeah, it's a really relaxing thing to do. Made quite a few wraps and pouches and things now. I love that honeysuckle fabric. They look like William Morris designs, are they? Ah, that's Candy Floss 2-ply. That does look kind of similar to what I've got, doesn't it? Use it like Pearl 8. So if it was 2-ply, Somebody said what? I don't know, maybe that is a tad thicker than what I've got actually. It's a pretty colour. Can't decide today, so hopping all over the place. I have those days. Bit of this, bit of that, don't get anything actually done. Oh. Love that. I like those little flowers in the background there. That must be still for that quilt that she's been working on, I'm guessing. I want to know what those crayons are there. This is great. It's like having a snout at someone else's desk. Oh, look. Now, those look a bit like the squares that the lady on the front of that vintage magazine was doing. The one where you said it looked like she'd moved in under the hair, Tom.
Yeah.
Because they had a black background like that.
Yeah. I don't want to say they look neater than yours, but...
That granny square block thing there reminds me of one of the books that Rachel was showing in the Stitch Kit Facebook group. Had several different books, granny square books. I love them. I love all those colours. So with that block thing there, where I think it's like a stack of cards, isn't it? You pull one out and it's each one is a different square. Do they all come out the same size? Have they made it so if you use the same hook and the same thickness of wool, that each square will come out the same size if you want them all to be the same? I mean, having said that, I like this. I'll show you. I'll scroll back here to where Wendy showed that blanket. It's quite way back now. There it is. This is what I'm aiming at with my odd squares that I'm making, because then it doesn't matter. They don't have to be all the same size. I just love that. I love it. So I'm going to make however many squares I feel like making, and then sort of do a bit of freeform crochet to join them all together. And that's similar to the kind of colours I've got to use up as well. Mine won't be as big as that though. Right, back to where we were. Back.
Scroll.
I'm getting a repetitive strain injury in my thumb. This is what Dawn's doing, a sandwich. That looks like lovely. That looks like homemade bread, is it, Dawn?
It does.
Yeah. And testing paints.
You've been in art.
I want to know what's in the sandwich.
I'm glad you're coming out of it.
In what?
Dawn said she's been in an art slump for a week. So unfortunately that's coincided with your holiday.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Maybe you just needed a break. You're pretty prolific usually, aren't you? So, and luckily I think Dawn films like months ahead, so she's always got plenty coming up on her channel. My computer's just gone quieter now. What was it doing? So
who knows?
Oh, Sylvia's on the socks again. Nice.
She's gone sock mad.
Look at that. Now, is that a self-patterning yarn? I think it probably must be. Although it's a very good self-pattern, isn't it? It looks like a deliberate pattern.
It is,
some of that. Yeah. But they are really good, some of these, aren't they? Sylvia's a sock maestro now.
Mm-hmm.
The bread is called Creole bread, which you made. Oh. It's in tradition where we make bun and bread and eat fish. I did watch that. I think it was you that posted must have been you that posted the video, Dawn, about the fish, tradition to eat fish on Good Friday.
Apparently it's a self-patterning Norse wool.
That's similar to what I had then. It looks different though. I can't tell from the photo. I can't see well enough from here.
Yeah.
Semi-moist watercolour. Oh, so it's like that squidgy stuff that you had, Tom, that I've forgotten the name of.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can't remember the name.
I think it was a Himi jelly gouache set.
That's it. Oh, Zoe, that looks nice. So this is what Zoe's planning to crochet when she gets around to picking it up again. Oh, lovely. Are you going to wear the rest of the outfit? Oh. That's quite a big project, isn't it? Although crochet is so quick. I find it so quick to do. It probably won't take you that long. She
Is that
says.
because it's so easy?
So easy. Oh, look. Carrie's been Easter cake baking and making. All handmade, including the milk chocolate ganache. You finished them yesterday, but Easter's gone now. Although, always room for more Easter cake.
Did you finish eating them yesterday as well?
Oh, maybe that's what she meant. Oh, they look nice,
And
don't
it's a
they?
replica of Hal's coat from Hal's Moving Castle. Nerd.
Oh, look, there's cream eggs in the middle of that one as well. Oh my God, I need that
Cream eggs in
cake.
the middle, mini eggs on the top.
Oh.
Mini eggs are still okay.
I love mini eggs. The chocolate in them seems to be really nice. I think the chocolate and chocolate buttons is
it's
still
probably
good
gone
too.
downhill, same as other
Coming
Cadbury
back
stuff.
here
But
now.
talking of chocolate again, if anyone is worried about the Lindt chocolates and the cadmium and lead,
Yeah.
don't be specifically worried about theirs. Apparently, it's many brands of chocolate.
Oh,
It's
how
just a
come
thing.
they've got cadmium and lead in?
Well, the trees pick up contaminants from the soil.
The cocoa trees, obviously.
Yeah. So basically, if you have dark chocolate, it will contain more cadmium and lead than milk chocolate, but you'd still have to eat inordinate amounts of it for it to be a problem.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, enjoy
That's
it
okay.
in
Carry on eating
moderation.
chocolate,
You'll be
then.
fine. Also, you need to switch your scene back to the
Oh.
split view.
Yes, sorry. Not that anybody can really see what I'm doing.
And yes, so we all already knew you were a nerd.
Yes, everyone knows that. Oh, this is quite fiddly. I need to have it up under my nose. It's probably a really stupid thing to decide to do today. I might have to go back to my full-size squares in a minute. but-
Yeah, doing such a small thing the one time that you have to be doing it at arm's length seems...
I know.
I don't want to say foolish, but
I like a challenge.
foolish.
The trouble
Exactly,
is,
then. Just eat a lot of chocolate in the name of science, see what happens.
yeah, call yourself a guinea pig. Yeah, trouble
No,
is
Sil,
with
that's the
this.
point. You don't need to cut back on Lindor. You need to cut back on any dark chocolate if you're worried about the
Yeah.
thing.
But why did Lindor
Lindor's
get
not
picked
the
on
only
specifically then?
Because, I don't know. I think the main problem is their PR response was bad.
Oh,
Because they said something about their... You know, they're always going about excellence and their ingredients and
yeah.
everything. They
chocolatier.
responded to people obviously complaining that, well, if you're so excellent, why have you got heavy metals in your chocolate? And their response was that that was just marketing and puffery. And it's not a
Puffery?
guarantee of quality. So
Blimey,
that didn't
is
go well.
not a great... Their spin
So
doctors
that's why
need to be
Lindor's being
fired.
singled out specifically here. 'Cause,
Wow.
yeah, apparently many manufacturers were tested to have too high levels.
Mm.
Hey, FrizzyBee.
Hey, FrizzyBee. Oh, FrizzyBee's an expert crocheter. I'm challenging myself today, FrizzyBee.
Yeah, exactly, Carol. Watercress contains arsenic, but you need to eat a truckful in one go to have any reaction.
Yeah.
Bananas are radioactive.
Yeah. Rhubarb's poisonous. So are potatoes. Yeah, I mean...
As long as you're not eating
Oh, wait, I've done
enough
this
stuff that will
wrong.
be unhealthy anyway.
I've got to pick that all
You're
back
probably
because
fine.
I've done it wrong because I'm not
Oh, no.
concentrating. That was
Mini thread
annoying.
crochet, yes, indeed.
Yes, but the trouble is, it's not as mini as I want. It's not big enough or small enough. Do you know what I mean? I wanted it to be much tinier, so I'm going to carry on and work on this one because I've started it, but really I wanted the whole thing to be much smaller. I started doing this once ages ago with kind of thicker than normal machine sewing thread, but not as thick as embroidery thread. Just kind of like, I suppose you'd call it quilting thread. Or like button thread, you know, that sort of weight. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do to get it as small as I want. Ideally, you know, to fit 12 scale, like for a doll's house, you know, because I want it to go in my craft room box. I ought to show my craft room box one of these lives.
You should, yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, baby, if you're eating 50 bananas a day, you would have other issues. But
Yes,
your
you'd be-
plumber would be putting his kids through college.
We used to give people bananas if they were a bit low on potassium.
Yes.
You can go too far. Too much potassium, of course. And it's one of the things that helps your heart to function properly, so too much or too little is not a good idea.
Yes, it's like you can have too much water, and that's a problem.
Vitamin C, vitamin D, you can overdose on these things. So
yeah, you always hear these scare stories. So, if you breathe in this stuff, it'll kill you. So, sure, if you breathe in enough. If you breathe in even a small amount of water, it could kill you. It's, if it's something you're not likely to be breathing in, it's fine.
I think this is going to take some practice to do this.
But yes, apparently if you're pregnant or a very young child, dark chocolate is more of a concern because of the heavy metals.
It's so frustrating, isn't it? Because, you're told that if you've got to have some chocolate, just try and have just, a couple of squares of dark chocolate kind of thing, because that's not going to do you too much harm. In fact, there are some things about it that are good for you.
Yeah,
and something else comes up that says it's bad for you. And
yeah. The important thing is, if you're having 2 squares, you're fine.
Yeah, I suppose that's it. Moderation is the thing, isn't it? Moderation isn't my best thing. It's not my super strength.
I've heard of moderation. I've never tried it. Well, I've tried. It's not gone well.
This is too hard to do at arm's length. I just would like to get...
You so nearly said a very naughty word.
No, I didn't.
I didn't. Shut up, whatever.
I didn't.
You should hear her, guys, when she's not streaming.
Went through my head.
She swears like a sailor.
But you can't prove it.
I can.
Actually,
I have video proof.
I'd rather you didn't.
I could just link people to a clip on my Twitch channel.
Yeah.
She shouted a naughty word, and then on realising that she'd done so, she
Shouted
did the same
one.
thing again,
Yeah.
which
I've
really solved the
now.
problem. Yeah, PP, there's definitely still clips.
Oh, I think I might have to change over to my bigger squares. This is too hard to do at arm's length. And probably pointless doing it at arm's length because you can't see what I'm doing anyway, really.
Now we can see that you're flailing around some yarn.
Yeah, you can see it's going to be way too big to do what I want it to do, really.
Yes, Sylvia, that sounds like moderation. See, for me, that would be moderation, because some kind of ready meal company thinks I'm a family of 4 anyway, according to their lasagna packaging. So
yeah,
that's fine.
I did hear someone say once that they only say those ones that they say are 2 servings. They're really 1 serving, but they know that people are embarrassed to buy things that just say single serving. I don't believe that, because I wouldn't be embarrassed to buy something that said single serving.
The embarrassing thing is when you make a takeaway order for yourself, and then like they include chopsticks. If it's a Chinese thing, they send like 3 pairs. It's like, oh.
But you think there's 3 people eating your order? Yeah.
At a place that I order from occasionally, and they don't give me chopsticks, but they do put fortune cookies in, and they always end up putting at least 2 in.
You remember when we went to that Thai place on my birthday, and the lady, very petite, slim little lady, was so shocked at the amount that, I've just done that wrong there now.
Oh no. Will anyone notice at that size?
Yeah. It's clear it's not square. I think I'm going to stop doing it because it's not going to do what I want anyway. It's far too big.
Well, it'll make the normal size ones feel a lot more relaxing in comparison.
That's true. I could just whip through a couple of normal size ones now, or I could go even smaller and use some of this. But then you'll see even less of what I'm doing. That's a bad idea.
So you're telling us a story about this lady in the Thai restaurant.
Oh yeah, and I can't remember what it was John was having, and then he was going to have so and so with it, and blah blah blah. And she was kind of, what, you want that as well, kind of thing. She was shocked at how much. And I ended up saying, oh, we're going to share the roti. So she was all right then. But actually, I don't think we did share it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to make that mistake in a restaurant when, like, some restaurants, this is a small portion meant as a side, and in others, they do the same thing as a full size, it's meant to be a meal on its own.
Yeah. But with that place, you can order a lot of dishes. You can order them as a small plate or a main course.
Yeah,
which I quite like because I find sometimes big plates are just a bit daunting.
Yeah, you want some of it, but you don't want a whole. I'm going to go back to my normal size now.
I'm going to finish this one instead. Oh, that means I've left the part balls downstairs. It's okay. I've got at least one of each up here still. Hang on.
Hang about.
I haven't got the purple.
Three starters to come out with main meal. That's, yeah.
This one, Christine. In case anybody missed it, here's my stack of squares I've made. Oh, I can't hold it in the right place. That's over 30.
Looks like a sandwich that Scooby-Doo would make.
Yeah. That's going to make a phenomenal poncho. And I was hoping I might finish it by the end of the month. But I know that the new box is going to come through, one day next week, the new box will come through. It might even be later this week, actually. I know usually once Rachel says she's posting it, I usually get it by the Saturday, so it might even come this Saturday. So yeah, I wanted to get this finished, but it is a big project, so it might end up having to be finished next month, I think. But if this medium size turns out to be enough, which I think it will, I'm going to have loads of the yarn left. So can have a matching hat.
15-inch versus a 6-inch plate from the same section of the menu. Did you tell him that size doesn't matter?
Was your husband put out? Guess who made the right choice there? Was it? See, that's what I wanted it to come out mini, FrizzyBee, but I need it to be... I need the whole square to come out no more than a couple of centimetres. So I need it to be smaller than that.
Yeah.
Maybe I could use the same yarn but on a smaller hook. If I can get it up under my nose, I could try that. But I've goofed there anyway because I've got to do the two clusters there. So.
Unpleasant.
Yeah.
No, it's not raining here. It's not sort of bright sun, but it's relatively bright out.
Yeah. It's supposed to be going to turn to rain this week, but I don't know if it will. The temperature's dropped a little bit, but not much.
I believe that was a 1.25mm hook, FrizzyBee.
Yeah, I was experimenting. That was a 1.25, which maybe... I mean, it's a bit loose, isn't it? Oops. That tension. But I know when I had a little go before, I did it in that kind of not much more than sewing thread, like thick sewing thread with a really tiny hook. And I managed to get a square to come out sort of that size. And that's what I was aiming at, but I stupidly got the wrong thickness of thread, I think.
Yes, you are a little far away, PP.
Yeah.
Still think it's a shame that you weren't able to join us when people were meeting up in Reading.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Might be another time.
You do need to meet PP at some point somehow.
Yeah. Maybe we could organise another get together sometime. I've lost my rhythm now because I stopped that stitch halfway through.
Start again.
Oh, I've got to show my treasure too.
Oh, yeah. Your worthless treasure.
Well, this isn't like really what I'm thinking of with my worthless treasures. Is things I've kept for years and years that probably other people might look at and think, well, what you kept that for? You know?
Yeah.
Whereas this is actually a new thing, but I just want an excuse to show it off, really.
Yes, it is quite new.
Yeah, but it will be a new treasure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to finish this little bit and then... and then I will get my treasure out.
You can see the headlines, only goes abroad. The Travelling Hobbit.
Who's saying that?
I'm saying Hobbit.
We have had wall-to-wall sunshine pretty much for weeks now, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been pretty sunny.
Almost to the point where, you know, if we were
annoying.
still living in Cornwall, we'd have a hosepipe ban.
Yeah.
I'm still practicing holding my hook these different ways to give my hand a bit of a rest. I find when I have got it up under my nose, I'm starting to favour this way because I actually, when it's up under here, it's the quickest method. But only if I've got it right here like this. So I'll be like this watching the telly over the top. Oh, no, right.
I'd recommend not looking at PP's message in chat.
An unexpected journey. Aha, ha, ha.
It's the best way to get her to look at chat is tell her not to.
Yeah, because I'm bound to. Yeah, when I'm doing at arm's length, it's easiest just to do my old method like this.
Yeah.
I just want to get these last few ones done now, so that I can, and then I've got to do the half squares, and then I can put it all together and just see if it seems big enough. Right, let me show you my treasures. So these are things that Tom has 3D printed, so they're going to become treasures of the future. And
I should point out I haven't designed any of these. They're just other people's files that I've downloaded
this is why
and
it's
printed.
I say it's not worth anything. They are worth it to me, but you can't sell them or anything, can you? Because it's not your own design. You can't, you know.
Yeah, the circles I designed because they're just circles.
Yeah. Oh, well, we did put a lot of thought into the sizes, and you put quite a lot of work into. Yeah. Because with that set of circles, like the one we sent to Christine, I think it's 105 altogether, and it's 6 each of all the different sizes, and all of those 3 stacks that it comes in are all different, so the size doesn't repeat.
Yeah, there's half a centimetre difference between each size.
So it did take quite a lot of working out, didn't it? But anyway, so let me show you this. I was so impressed with this. Watch this. So this is all to do with the heart swap. But this one I'm going to decorate and keep myself. And I've been through some of my pens and markers and things and found the ones that will work on this. I'm going to be doing a video really soon. Colouring in these things in different ways. But watch this. Hang on, let's see if I can actually do it now. Watch.
You're grabbing it from the most awkward place.
I know.
It's difficult not to get your fingers pinched in it.
Hang on. It's all these little gears that lock together. And I think it's like, is it 3 full kind of turns you do?
I think
or something,
so, yeah.
And it comes back to being a complete heart shape again. I've lost myself now. I just think it's fascinating. And if I was brave enough, you can actually pop these pieces out so that I could colour them individually and put them back together, but I'm not brave enough. So I've got to do it again now. I think I'm going to colour the surface of it so that you'll still see this kind of peachy colour on the inside.
Yeah.
And then I'll do some sort of interesting effect on the surface, which I haven't quite decided on. Isn't that good?
Yeah. That was a 12-hour print. Well, it was meant to be 12 hours, but it failed the first time.
Yeah.
So then it was a 12-hour and then another 8 hours of printing after that.
It does take a long time, and you do have to nurse them a little bit sometimes, don't you? I just think this is... And it's so smooth. The action of it is so smooth. So
yes, it is impressively smooth turning.
With, like, the dragon that I showed before... here's the dragon. This is printed all in one piece, so it ends up on the print bed like that, all in one, printed off all in one piece. You don't have to clip anything together. That fascinates me, how that works. But this is all separate pieces that you clip together, isn't it?
Yeah, separate pieces with little pegs. As for having to prime the stuff, you can... if you want the paint to be hard wearing, you can get... you get like this conditioning stuff that you put on the plastic first, and then primer, and then paint. That'll give you the best chance to adhere.
But I've been experimenting...
If you don't need it to be that hard wearing, just go straight on with something acrylic, it'll be fine. Tom
had these like leftover bits, which I've been experimenting with different. So this is some of the different markers and things I've been trying. You can see I've got a few metallic ones in there, and some things are coming up better than others. Acrylic paint pens work really nicely, and some of my gold, some of my metallic pens work really well. Anything that says permanent marker. Weirdly though, there were some colours that come out really well and some that definitely don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that all of them are just like the marker straight on the plastic. So I'm quite hopeful that I can get some really interesting effects with that. Just using markers, because I just think it's going to be easier than a paint. But I think with the dragon, I might have to spray in some way.
Yeah, probably.
Or use possibly acrylic ink or something that is liquid enough to get into the crevices. But with this, I want to keep the insides really clean and just colour the surface, so I think markers are going to be more controllable. And then one of the other things is this little cutie, and this has got, so there's the back, and this has got cogs that turn. Look at that.
You're a little bit off the edge of the thing.
Oh, have I? I haven't got, because you had a little thing stuck in there, didn't you, Tom? You stick a little thing in there.
Yeah.
I'll put this in here.
Yeah, they're not very easy to turn without something in the hole.
But look, how fab is that? So this is what I want the metallic-y ones for.
And those printed all in one piece.
Yeah, I think that will come, Snoppy. I reckon it won't be that long before the same people who've got a normal printer in that, like an inkjet or whatever in their house now, will have 3D printers, and when you need a part for...
Yeah.
Like one time, years ago...
See you, Sharon.
Bye, Sharon! Years ago, our washing machine door catch got broken. Slammed shut, catch broke. I didn't have a washing machine for months, if not a couple of years after that, because I couldn't afford the call-out charge. We were so skint at the time. So I was hand washing everything in a bath and stuff. And, you know, with 2 young kids and working full-time as well, that was not easy. And now, if you had a 3D printer, I could have just printed that door catch instead of paying 50 quid for a call-out charge plus the part. Yeah, I reckon that'll happen. And
yeah, not really. Like commonly breaking things, people have already made patterns that you can just
and useful things like those bag clips, you know, and various things that are just like handy to have. And you were looking at those IKEA tables, weren't you? That are made out of like card or something. Cardboard.
Yeah, they're pretty much just laminated paper, but they're only £10 for a table. So
for a kind of cube-shaped table, really. Yeah.
Yeah, people have made things for stacking them to turn them into chunky shelves, or turning them into 3D printer enclosures, all kinds of things.
So you can 3D print the bits that link these tables together to turn them into storage.
Even including like one of the pieces that comes with it is a little template that goes on the corner and positions holes to drill in the right place into the legs.
Yeah. So that it will fit properly for the parts that you're going to print to.
Yeah. If you've got a properly calibrated printer that can do the first layer properly, which mine currently isn't, it's quite easy to print stencils. At the moment, mine ends up with a very rough first layer, so it would be unpleasant to use.
You have made me a couple of stencils before, though, which worked okay.
That was actually with a different printer, and they were still a bit rough. Good luck with the school run, Zoe.
This is my last thing. Bye, Zoe. So this one, these ones, now I've got, Tom's made me a few of these, and you're probably going to do a few more for me, aren't you? And I'm going to colour these up in different ways, and some of these will probably go in with my swaps. So basically it's a heart-shaped bookmark, which I like whichever way around you use it.
Yeah, it works both ways.
Yeah, really cute.
And I'm not entirely sure about being able to sell them, Hayley, but I'd assume I can't.
Yeah, because it's not actually your design, those, are they? So the rings, like we sent to Christine, you can sell. If you have made some, we will be getting some up soon. But yeah, when it's not your file, you can't, can you?
Oh, Lucy's off on a school run too. See you, Lucy.
Bye, Lucy. School run time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't leave this alone now. It's just such a nice feeling.
Yeah, so just printing various sized gears for making whatever with is quite nice. But
I think with this, it's a shame they didn't make a little handle included that you could turn it with.
A little handle would have been nice,
because I think I'm going to have to make.
Turn.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make a little handle because that makes it so much more satisfying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You made it, Jenny. Hi.
Hey, hi, Jenny. Yeah,
the bookmark things, we're going to do our own design of those.
Yeah. I think
something using a similar concept.
Yeah, because that's I mean, this way of doing a bookmark or a paperclip is not new, but obviously this file is someone's intellectual property, so I think if you know, like with the dragons, say, I've seen people selling the dragons painted and everything, and I think, you know, possibly with those kind of things there might be an angel policy where you can print the dragon, but then if you're putting a lot of work into painting it and everything and then selling that painted version, I would have thought as long as you credit the person who created the original file, you'd probably be okay. Usually there's some kind of angel policy with craft and things like that.
They'll mention it on there, I'm sure.
Yeah. And if in doubt with things like that, you can just get hold of, you know, you can usually message the creator or the seller and ask them. And sometimes all people want is a credit, you know.
Yeah, true.
Which is fair enough.
Yes, it
for
is, really.
Pete's sake.
Don't bring Pete into this.
It's not Pete's fault. I discovered I got a message.
The stitch is just fine.
I got a message through from Ancestry today, because I've had membership to Ancestry for years, from when I first started doing my family history. But I haven't looked for ages. I haven't had time to. And there's obviously new information available. For a start, I clearly haven't looked since the 1921 census became available. So that's got me itching to go back in there again. Because this lady messaged me and said she'd found, basically her name is, I had a great Granny Gostick. We always just knew her as Granny Gostick. But I think that's because she remarried someone called Gostick after her first husband died, and he would have been my direct ancestor. So I never bothered to look too far into where the Gostick came from. But anyway, this lady was just shared a lot of information that she'd got, because her surname is Gostick, and so obviously that's the side she's been looking at. And she shared with me, just to be nice, shared with me some information about my great granny. And it turns out they had a child together. So he had a few children already. She had 2 children already, one of them being my granny. And but they had this one child together who would have been my
Christine.
My father's like half uncle, or you know, Yeah, he would have been his uncle because it would have been his mum's half brother. So his uncle in the same way as Ivan is your uncle. And yet I've never heard him talk about him. And apparently he had a child as well who might still be living. Why is it in so, you know, you suddenly get these things crop up in families and you think, why on earth has nobody ever mentioned that? How can that person just never be mentioned? And then you start to wonder if there was some kind of, you know, reason. I did discover a few skeletons. I think every family's got some skeletons in their closet. We've certainly got more than our fair share. So I will, I'm going to have to get back onto Ancestry now because it's just made me think, oh, there's loads of new stuff here. Because they do this thing where there's this little leaf thing, green leaf thing comes up that's their hint. So it'll come up next to a person's name in the tree. And you know that if you click on that leaf, it will have a hint for you and some new record that you've not looked at before. And it was just green leaves everywhere. Yeah, I don't mind the, I got my father's DNA and my uncle's, who's on my mum's side, DNA as well, because at that time it was only really the male DNA that was any use, but science has changed and evolved since then, so now it would be more worth me sending my own DNA in and I wouldn't have any qualms about it at all. Somebody wants to clone me, good luck to him. Granny's mum is the bastard child from some lord. Oh, I'd want to know more about that. I'd have to. It's so fascinating, and I'm so envious of the like celebrity people who can go on. Who do they think they are? Who do you think you are? And have all these experts help them out and get access to all these records that normal people can't. You know. Yeah. I always thought one of the things I always thought I'd like to do when I retired, but it didn't happen and I don't think it's going to now, is to go and visit just the places within the UK where my family has been lived and been born and worked and stuff, and maybe take photos of some of because I've got so many specific addresses from census records, take photos of those houses and make them part of my kind of record, you know. Polished royalty in 1918. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think being a lord or lady matters so much here as it used to. We do still have a class system, don't we? But nothing like as much as we used to. And I think family wealth got diluted, you know, with subsequent generations, splitting the family wealth and Dawn's put a treasure in the Discord. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have another look at Discord. Hang on.
Just did a bit of reading.
I think I saw one today. I started watching one today, Sylvia. Don't know who your biological grandfather was or is. Don't even know he's alive or dead or anything about his family. Oh, what are your records like there, Dawn? I know because there was the British connection. I know we're big on record keeping. I know we left a huge amount of red tape behind us in India. I wonder if we did the same thing there. A lot of my family's old records are in India because that's where some of the family came from, and it's so difficult without being able to go and visit. It's so difficult to track down people that came from that side. I think gradually a lot of work is being done to digitise the records, but yeah, same here, Dawn. I think that's why they're making huge efforts to digitise everything now. But a lot of the records you still need to go to parish churches and ask to look in there. They have like these big locked boxes and things, so you can still go and ask to see records there. Yeah.
Weren't you about to go and look at the Discord?
Oh yes, I was. Yeah. I'm fighting off a coughing fit at the moment. If I let myself start coughing, I don't think I'll be able to stop. You know that feeling?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going in for a Discord peek. There's that cake again. I want those cakes. Ooh, look at this. Christine's off to bed soon. Oh, they're pretty.
Christine's already left for bed.
Oh, she's gone. I missed it. New idea for a wearable using the Tom wafers inside. Ah. Yes. I bet it's like little brooches. That's a really good idea, isn't it? Oh, I can pinch that. I want to get back to my Millefiori project, which has risen to the top of the list again, because that's what I was using those rings for. Love that. So this is Dawn's treasure. Hand knitted pocket made by my mum. One of the few things I have from hers. Oh, this bench made by your dad. Library shelves made by your husband, and trimmings in my studio, which my brother put up. Ah. Things made by people I truly love. By the way, both my parents passed away. It's good to have them in your room. Yeah, I think things that people that you care about have made for you or have touched or used themselves are just so precious. Let's have a look. Oh, I love that. Do you like keep your phone or something in there, or because it looks like you could? Oh, I've still got things my mum made as well. Oh, so hang on. So it was a bench made by your dad, shelves by your husband. Oh, oh, and you can sit there surrounded by all these things that people made for you. That's really nice. Proper treasures. Oh, look at this. See, that's the kind of
showing you up.
That's the kind of scale I wanted. I'll watch that after, Deb. Thank you. And it might say yarn and hook size. Yeah. Look at these. Look at these tinies. I mean,
I do like that when you zoom in on that owl one, because of the way it ended up cropped. Talking about a teeny tiny crotch.
Oh. That looks a bit like the blanket that Snoppy's been crocheting, doesn't it? That one at the bottom. Like a miniature version of that. That is well tiny, isn't it? I've got to try it. See, I had in mind something like that one that on the top picture there, on the right hand side. That's kind of what I had in my head that I wanted to do. Maybe a bit ambitious, but oh, William Morris, I love these designs. Yeah, definitely. It's just made to be stitched into those kind of designs, aren't they? Dear, welcome to. Ooh. Oh, lovely. And where is this going to be for? What is this, Wendy? Who am I talking to? I've forgotten who I'm talking to. No, this is Jenny. I know, I can't remember what Jenny was saying. Or I didn't see it in the first place. Fighting a cough. Don't start. Hi, Cindy. I don't think I said hello to Cindy. Yeah, don't open those doors. Don't even peek. Yeah. I'm trying to go back to where Jenny was saying. There's Dawn. I just saw Dawn pop up there.
I don't think you're going to find, because Jenny didn't say.
I made it.
Has now said,
she
making
said I
a
made
sign for her craft room.
That was one of the first things I think I watched. One of the early things that I saw that I watched Christine making was a sign to go in her craft room. She was a snail, a slow stitch snail.
That's a classic Johnny entrance.
Nice.
Hi, Johnny.
It's classic. Hello, Johnny.
How's the bush?
I hope you've done a good job. Right, I'm going to go back onto this. No, not that. No, not that. This.
Yeah, I looked up the dragon and the heart design, And the dragon, if I wanted to sell that, I could join the person's Patreon for £8 a month, and that gives me permission to sell prints of his designs, which is fair.
I suppose that's reasonable,
and
I suppose,
the
isn't
heart
it, really?
is under Creative Commons 3.0 share-alike license.
What does that mean?
Which I believe, with attribution, so I believe it means as long as I attribute him in anything I do, it can be sold commercially. And if I make any changes, they need to be released under the same license.
That's fair enough. Yeah. So basically, if you did want to, like, take something like, look at this, Johnny, watch.
Can you imagine how quickly Johnny would cut his fingers with that?
Yeah, you'd have amputated something by now. So if you did want to, like, do an impressive paint job on this and then sell it, you could do, as long as you give him credit, basically, which is fair enough, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, it's about 3 rotations, isn't it? So it feels like you turn in each thing.
I think it's 3, yeah. There was one that was... He did multiple different versions. There's one that's just 1 turn and one that's 5 turns.
Right.
And
I think 3's about right then.
Split the difference, go in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that sunshine coming out now. What's it like up in Parky Hartlepool, Johnny? Oh, it was cold when we went up there, wasn't it? Oh.
That's because we stupidly went up north in November.
At the coldest time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Johnny's been doing a lot of bush trimming lately.
Well, his job.
How's Ziggy getting on with that lead? Have you managed to get him used to it? That wearing that kind of harness thing.
That video of you trying to
it was so funny.
for a walk. Staying walkies and shaking the lead is not going to make a cat do anything, Johnny.
I think the bit that got me was where you were trying to reason with him. Well, I did warn you.
Yeah, I told you not to go in that bush.
If you hadn't gone in that bush, I wouldn't be having to do this. Bless him. Right, my next circle has to be purple. My next square round has to be purple, so I'm going to do that. Dad says I've only got 1 ball of purple left now. So I need to start a new one.
He's gone in the bush, that's why you had to trim it. Okay, excellent. Classic Ziggy.
He's a swine. Is that swine?
I assume so, yeah. Or it's just like a smooth wave.
Gorgeous, it's been raining. Yeah, I don't mind it when it's been raining. I like it when it's been raining and then the sun comes out and it's not too hot.
I've got sun coming through the blinds at the moment. Very annoying.
Ooh, you could print it in several colours. That would be fun, wouldn't it? As well.
Yeah, certainly possible.
Yeah, have each. Because you could print one lot in. If you printed several at the same, one after the other, in each one in a different colour, and then mix and match the pieces.
Yeah, because trying to print it all at once was what made it fail the first time.
Sorry, here's me.
No, you are not excused.
Yeah, I'm quite nervous about starting to colour these, but I mean, it's nothing lost, is it really? Except 12 hours of your time.
Yeah.
And some filament.
And some electricity, I guess.
Yeah. I think I'd like to get it looking a sort of mechanical, quite a sort of metallic looking, but grungy, I think.
Yeah, do some grungy weathering effects.
I've got a lovely grungy mixed media project coming up soon, which is from a lovely kit that Snoppy sent me.
Oh,
if you
yes,
like
that looks exciting.
Steampunky things and mixed media effects and stuff, watch out for that. Want to do that
That's
pretty
another
soon.
thing that 3D printing is quite good for. If you want to just add some gears to something,
Yeah.
just print out whatever gears you want.
Yeah. Well, I'll hold you to that. You also printed me out a load of flat-backed kind of pipes one time. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind some more of them, actually.
Yeah, I bet. Well, once you get your own 3D printer.
That was nice for my art journaling.
A plant with a long, sticky stem, tiny white flowers with pink dots. I do not know of such a thing, Johnny.
No, the only sticky stem thing I can think of is that we call it goose grass or something. I can't recall if that has a flower or what kind of flower it is. So it can't be that. Is it normally particular time of year you've seen it, Johnny, or just to try and narrow it down a bit? Yeah, if you've got a picture, if you can take a picture of it, if you've seen it somewhere, there's lots of apps now as well that will recognise plants.
Ooh, 2 people suggesting London Pride.
Oh, I know something called London
pretty
Pride.
good sign.
Yeah, try looking that up then.
Rain coming in with Latin names.
You're showing off now, Rain. Hi, Rain. Are you wanting some for your garden then, Johnny? I could crochet these squares in my sleep now. Although, to be fair, I did show Tom a square I'd started one evening and fell asleep still working on it, and you could see where I'd started to fall asleep, and it was like, yeah, you can see you were losing the plot. So instead of just going into the gaps, into the spaces, I was going in every stitch along here, and then I was missing that bit, and I was all over the shop. Then I was going off on a tangent. Yeah. It was like AI crochet.
I love AI crochet.
Yeah. I love that people have actually ordered tops and things that are pretending to be crochet but are actually printed images of, AI generated images of fake crochet printed onto cheap fabric. I don't know how you can't tell when you look at the ones that I've seen that are like that. I don't know how you wouldn't tell that was fake, really.
It's amazing how unobservant some people are there.
Or gullible.
Or gullible, yeah.
Yeah. Got to change colour, don't forget.
I was getting very frustrated talking about observant, watching someone on YouTube playing this game, and he was annoyed that he kept on getting 0 of the secrets in the levels. It's like, you've just stared at, it's like a long wall, and then one bit of it is very obviously different. He even looked at the map, and that same bit looked different on the map. And he just walked in, said there was nothing to do in the room, thought that was weird, and walked out again. It's like, well, of course you're not going to find the secrets. You even commented on the fact that you thought it was strange there was no point in going in there and didn't think to investigate.
Didn't think there must be something. There has to be a reason why it's brought me here.
Apparently, to do gaming content on YouTube, you need, I think you have to get like a lack of observation license or something. Get certified to not notice things.
It is weird somehow what you miss when you're streaming, even when you think, well, why would that have made any difference? No, it does make a difference. Oh, well, I can't go any further because I haven't got the purple.
Yeah,
I know what I'll do.
Purple.
This one needs to be undone because look what I did. This is what I get for crocheting late at night. Can you spot the obvious mistake? There's one like it should be.
You've done it wrong.
Extra round of purple in there. I looked at it this morning and thought, that's too big. What have I done? Extra round of purple in there. So that means all of these rounds are a waste of time. I've got to unpick them all.
The other thing you could do, of course, is go downstairs and get the purple.
Yeah, but this has got to be unpicked anyway because otherwise I'm wasting the yarn.
Yes, Debs. Googling London Pride is going to find you the festival.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, Johnny's sound's gone off. We can insult him. He won't hear us.
He might watch it back later.
Yes, PP. Sometimes it is just like rage bait to get people to comment. This wasn't, though. He's always unobservant. The thing that was disappointing is I went to the comments to look for people annoyed by it, and there weren't any.
Oh. Was it just you being unusually annoyed then? How surprising.
I know. Something that I find an obvious pattern and he couldn't see. How unusual. It's fun playing puzzle games with you. But I don't know what to do. You've got to press the button. What button? You see the giant glowing red thing right in front of your face? Oh, yeah. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but something recently it was literally a giant glowing thing right in front of you. But it's like, especially when you're in VR, sometimes something's so big in front of you that you just kind of, you look around it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like picking up a book to look under it for the book that you're looking for is something we've all done.
It's like ignoring a really loud noise, you know. Talking about things like that just reminds me when I went to visit my friend just recently in the care home, the lady that took me upstairs, because it was my first time going, to be fair. Oh no, wait, this was my second time going. So we were in the lift this time, and I'm stood there waiting for the lift doors to open when I realised that it's one of those lifts that's got doors both sides. So I'm stood there looking for the wrong door to open kind of thing. And it just reminded me. And I said to her, oh, my son's always telling me that I could get lost trying to find my way out of a one-door room, you know. And she just looked at me like, maybe she's too used to looking after people with dementia. I think she was actually concerned that I was like talking nonsense
You're trying
or
to
something. So the more I tried
you were meant to be in there pretending to be a visitor.
The more I tried to explain myself and, you know, laugh it off, the straighter face she became. It was, yeah. It was a moment.
Sounds like she needs to lighten up a bit.
Yeah. She was very sweet to me the first time I went, though. She was that lady that was like, she was really kind and sort of said, oh, sit and have a cup of coffee for 5 minutes before you go, because she could see I was upset, you know. She was really nice. Oh, look at that neat little ball I wound there. Look at that.
Oh, isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Now you're going to ruin it.
I'm going to ruin it.
And
yeah.
Johnny is obsessed with Muff, apparently.
Oh, yeah, but Johnny, can you do this? A minute.
Ooh.
Nope, you can't.
Yes, I've heard about that, PP. It's clever. Care homes setting up fake bus stops in the garden so people sit there and wait for the bus instead of just running away. You know, people often try and leave care homes and they think they're going to work, so they set up a fake bus stop so that people go and wait at that instead.
Oh, that's nice. That's quite a thoughtful kind of way to, yeah. Yeah. I couldn't, the last time I went, I had to wait a while to get out because there was a lady she was doing battle with anybody nearby, basically, because she was by the exit doors. She knew that was the way out. And they were kind of saying, you know, Mildred or whatever. She wasn't called Mildred, but say she's called Mildred. Oh, yeah, we can't go at the moment because Mildred's having a moment. So I had to wait a while before I could go. Yeah, not being able to find my way out of a lift was quite
Yes, that just makes me think of...
I tried to explain it to this woman, I was saying, no, I've always been the same. trying to say without saying, it's not, People
think I'm joking when I say that kind of thing. Nope.
I think it seemed obvious to her because she had a picture of the layout of the place in her head that we would get in that side and get out that side. She works there. And also, to be fair, even if I did work there, I still wouldn't know.
No.
Not instinctively. I'd learn, but I wouldn't know instinctively which side to get out.
Lifts like that always make me think of old games.
Oh, right.
Because, certain old games, such as Build Engine games or Doom Engine games, couldn't have one room over the other. So if there was a lift in the game, you'd get in one side and have to get out the other because you couldn't get out the same side because it would have another room on top of you. Which is impossible. Okay. So, yeah. All lifts. You got out a different side that you got in.
Oops.
So yeah, that was a necessity at the time. Hey,
who wants to bet whether or not I'm going to unpick beyond the point that I need to unpick? Because I forget. Hey, Emily.
Don't worry, I'll remember to stop you.
And Hayley. Did I say hello to Hayley? Yeah, I think I said hello to Hayley ages ago, actually.
You might have done. Hey, John, you can hear us now. We better stop insulting him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, stop talking about... We'll have to talk about something else now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I mean, I think Carol said that earlier on as well. Thanks, guys. Like the stream. I'll tell you what we could do is do our members thank you in a minute as well. I mustn't forget that.
We could, yes.
Oh,
what was the other thing
this is frustrating.
Oh, the other thing you've already done. It was the Stitch Kit box thing.
Oh, yeah, the Stitch Kit box.
I mean, you can mention it again, but
I could mention it. Have. We've got a week left or so. I think it's about a week to use the discount code for the April Stitch Kit box. 25 quid, it's a bargain anyway, 25 quid. The May box apparently is going to be a 30 quid mystery box, craft of the month. Don't know what it's going to be, even though it's got my name on it. It's very exciting. And
going to be making your own stilts.
And you can actually pre-order that now. It went up yesterday, apparently. I think she said yesterday. And you can get a 10% discount off that as well if you pre-order, and that's pre-order 10. I've put that in the description. Look at that. I've got the hang of making these little neat balls. I don't want to use them now.
Suggesting you use your crochet hook to unpick.
I suppose I could use it for this bit.
Yeah, for the starting bit where you've tied off the ends and such.
Yeah.
I guess after that you just kind of pull the end, pretty much.
Yeah, it's this bit I could use it for. Getting into the knot, it's too tricky.
Hey, Shorts.
Hey, Shorts. Oh, yeah, let's have the what's for dinner chat.
Yes, what's indeed.
What have we got? I've got a bit of a mishmash of leftovers to use up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got... I made a really nice dal yesterday. We've got some of that left, but I don't have to use that up today.
No, I'll keep another day or two.
Leftover cooked rice. John got a bargain in Morrison's, like a huge bowl of like cooked new potatoes.
Nice.
She got really they were marked down really cheap. So we had half for dinner one night. I just roasted them, so I could use them tonight. I got some vegetables that kind of, ends of vegetables that need using. It's going to be one of those mishmash days. Sometimes those are the best. You make something really nice, but you can never make it again because you'll never have the same leftovers again. What's everyone else having?
Ooh, lots of
potatoes.
Good things here.
Yeah.
Johnny's having eels.
Manky old spuds. Eels, is he really? Nice.
Well, he said the word eels.
Hey, Julia, I said hello to Julie. Meatloaf and pot salad. Is that potato salad? Oh, I always want what everybody else is having.
I had pizza last night. I had a cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's.
So is it?
Cheese, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, what you'd have on a pizza anyway. And then bits of beef, sort of spicy beef.
Oh, like little clumps of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically
onions.
everything you'd have in a cheeseburger, but on
bits of tomato. And instead of tomato sauce under the cheese, it was like a burger sauce. Which worked a lot better than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be overly sweet and gross, but it was actually quite good.
Don't think it would be my first choice, but...
No.
Lent is over, so you're having chicken?
Nice. Oh, yeah, I saw Dawn mentioned the Pope's funeral earlier.
Oh, right.
Because the Pope died, obviously.
No, I missed that. This is how much I watch the news.
Yeah, it was quite recent.
Isn't a huge... Oh, I want everybody's dinner. So Sylvia had Hunter's chicken for lunch, soba sandwiches for dinner. Mushy peas and a huge baked potato with cheddar. Yum! Chicken korma, lovely. Nothing wrong with old potato shorts. Manky old spuds. I'm dribbling. Crawfish boil Louisiana style with friends. Nice. Not something I've ever had, but it always looks amazing. I think I've skipped a bit. Have I skipped a bit? Yes, probably. Spag bowl, Moroccan chicken.
Yeah, a couple of spag bowls tonight. I could do a spag bowl myself.
Yeah, the news is depressing, so I don't watch it anymore.
But actually, I do have spaghetti. So, yeah.
Oh, Short's so mean.
He's right there.
Yeah, I've noticed that, Dawn. It's definitely. Some countries are, religion has become not unimportant in this country, but less important, less part of everyday life for the majority of people. Yeah. Whereas once upon a time, it was central to society. It's not here anymore, I would say.
No, not so much.
It is still to a lot of people, but if we could just pop over to Sweden a minute.
What did you have for second breakfast today?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't have first breakfast.
Worst hobbit ever.
I have been very good with breakfast. Never been
same.
bothered about breakfast, really.
I believe so, PP, yeah. And wasn't it originally so that
King Henry could marry Anne Boleyn? He wanted to... Basically, he was being ruled by his pants, and he wanted a son, and he was blaming the wife for not producing the son, so he wanted to divorce Catherine, his first wife, and tried saying she was his brother's wife, but that had never been consummated, hence him being allowed to marry her in the first place. His brother died and he married his widow, and anyway, then he got fed up with her, and Anne Boleyn caught his eye, and so he had to divorce Catherine, and in the end he basically had to divorce the Church of Rome in order to do so.
Yeah, I mean, that is sending quite a message, isn't it? It's like, I'm stuck with this woman who is obviously entirely to blame. Screw it, I'm going to make my own religion with blackjack and hookers.
And in the end, he only ever did get one legitimate son, and he didn't live long. Anyway, he sort of died in his, I think, late teens.
It sounds like the problem might have been...
Yeah. I think he had a couple of illegitimate sons that he acknowledged. which was a thing in those days. If you were a king, you could do that.
Who would have thought that the rich ruling class would have
privileges,
problems,
yeah.
and try and blame others for them?
Yeah. I think in those days the blame was put squarely at the door of the women if they didn't have children or didn't have sons. But centuries later, we realise it's more about the man's side of things that decides whether or not it's a girl or a boy. I think I read somewhere. But anyway, yeah.
And Rain, we are coming to Sweden for that tortellini. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Yeah. And Shorts is going to make us one of those sandwich cakes.
Yeah.
No, that's just for me, actually. I might share it with one person.
No, you're
I
not
might just
allowed.
have to make myself like a mini one of those. I think it'd be hard to make a small one, though, wouldn't it?
Apparently all of us can have food from Shorts apart from you.
What did I do? Spaghetti for Sir and whole wheat tagliatelle for me.
Wembley had crumpets for lunch. Did you have natoko on them, Emily?
I love crumpets. I like using crumpets to make like a mini pizza.
Nice. Yeah.
You can use them like
Crumpets
a tiny
are good.
pizza base. It's like just a quick.
Oh dear.
You've
It's disconnected.
And reconnected. Well, I don't know if any of you lost us or if you're still there. Was it Nutella you said? What was it that...
Natoko, it's the off-brand version of Nutella, essentially.
Knockoff Nutella.
Emily will tell you it's better. I don't think I've tried both, so...
Yeah, my internet hiccuped. We haven't had that happen for a while, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, all this work I'm having to unpick here. How annoying.
Make sure you don't unpick the next pink.
I've got to unpick down to the purple. It's the purple that's wrong. That second purple shouldn't be there. I'm going to have one last look in Discord, and then we'll do our thank you members. Oh, hang on. I've got to go to Discord to do that. Where did we get to? That's where I got to.
Yeah.
This is what Dawn's working on. I love your illustrations,
Very nice.
Dawn. You have a very distinctive style.
And Alison, she's unpicking because she did an extra round of purple in this thing. And
this round of purple shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
This is...
As it happens, she needs purple to do the one she's working on doing.
I'll show in a minute what they should look like. Paint and stamping added. Going to wait for this to dry and then add doodles and a touch of gold. Maybe some splats and then seal and then done. Love it. Love it.
Rain is working on the fly ball.
Gorgeous.
I don't know what a fly ball is. But
Neither do I.
stand by for a picture.
So Danielle, are these going to be hearts? Or are you going to cut them into squares to make cards? Or what are you going to do with this fabric? Lark's head binding. Sue is so good with hi Sue with the oh no, I said hi to Sue earlier.
Double
Sue is so
license to
good with her
bind.
book binding. Oh, Sue, I really enjoyed watching where you'd attended that Zentangle event. I so had to laugh to myself because I was just thinking, oh, you can tell she's she used to be a maths teacher, and then you said, that's my maths teacher coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a really fascinating look at what went on. I'd love to do something like that. I bet it's amazing. God, those scissors look fiddly, Jenny. Wow.
They do.
Oh, that's going to be a lovely sign. What a nice idea.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that fly. Right, that is gorgeous. With that spiky ball, it's just perfect, isn't it? Is that like eyelash yarn or something? I think they call that, don't they? Right, I'm gonna say thank you to my amazing channel members now. I think it's 45 people now.
45 people.
Yeah.
That's too many people.
It's 45. Now I've forgotten how to do it. Wait a minute. And this is going to be a really slow start because we keep forgetting to change it. What, can I do that now?
Yeah. See the thing that says scroller on the left? Above in the sources
yes.
thing. Right click on that and go to filters.
Yes.
And then select scroll on the left.
Yes.
And you can change the vertical speed in there.
Is that too fast now?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll leave it there.
It's fine.
So thank you very, very much to all 45 of these amazing people for being channel members, founding fartists, as I'm calling them currently.
Yes.
I've got to come back in now before we all go around again.
I think that's a much better speed now.
What was I just about to start doing? Knitting that round, crocheting that round again. For Pete's sake. I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm very well, really. That's my excuse. I think I have this.
That would have been funny. Unpick it and then just read.
Wouldn't it be not funny? I can't seem to. My head is very fuzzy at the moment. I've got this sore throat back again.
Yeah.
I've got that rash that I had on my arms. It's not back on my arms, but it's creeping up my torso again. And I've got a threatening. I can feel a cold sore coming, which is usually a sure sign I've got a virus. I don't get them often, and it's always there, that exact same spot, and it's usually when I've got some sort of viral thing.
We've got
I'm very stressed out, which probably both count at the moment.
we got a new viewer apparently here for the first time.
Oh, hang on. Allyville, hey, hello. There is one Ally who's I don't think it's going to be that. I can't see the picture well enough.
I think through enough scientific experimentation, Snoppy, she's determined that she's not allergic to G&T. Plenty of experimentation has been done.
If anything, I need a bit more, I reckon. There's one Ally who
Jackie's sister.
I was just about to say there is one Ally who is a relation of someone in our community, but I won't say who in case I'm wrong. Oh, it is Jackie's sister. I wish I'd been quicker to say that now, because you'd have been impressed.
Yes, as it is.
It's a feat of memory.
We're not impressed at all, because
because you said it just before I said it. We don't believe that you knew,
really.
But I had already started the sentence, so.
Yeah, but you lie a lot, so. She's a nightmare, guy. She lies all the time.
That's nice to see you here, Ally.
Yeah.
Jackie's actually not here today. Unusually, she does usually join us, but she's a bit under the weather today, so she did send her apologies and said to say hello to everybody for her.
Fair enough. She's not feeling well. She can't tolerate this waffling so easily.
Is which your hubby? The man here you can hear talking that's my son. If that's what you mean. And so that's Tom, who you will see actually physically here on the Saturday once a month. The thing that we do on the first Saturday of every month. I've woven these ends in so thoroughly. Yeah, so Tom joins me, like physically comes here on the first Saturday of the month for the Arty Farty Party ones. Yeah. But for these Wednesday weekly ones,
every Wednesday,
he's over at his house and he just joins me remotely. And I'm sharing my screen with him via Discord so that if anything goes wrong, he can see what it is and help me sort it out.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yes, medicinal G&T is what the doctor ordered.
It might be a bit early in the day for I don't know. Sun's over the yard arms somewhere in the world. When we've got all these international members.
Yeah, Short says, I am awful, but I do at least deliver head pats. So.
Yes. Oh, guess what I was just going to grab to be my mouse, wondering why it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work very well.
It's because it feels almost the same as because my trackball's quite big.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's got the head. See, now the head pat emoji doesn't work when Tom isn't actually here.
I'll store it up for Friday, don't worry.
So where you see people, anybody that doesn't know, with these custom emojis, they are the channel members that I was just saying thank you to.
Yes.
We've got a range of custom emojis.
Yeah, we got waffles, cats farting.
I still think one of the most popular ones is the first one we did, which was the muff one, which wouldn't mean anything to anybody not in this community. I cannot get this bit undone.
Well, that's a lie, because you just did.
The one we spent the least amount of time on, and so Tom hates it because he didn't do a good job of it.
Yeah, basically we didn't get around to finishing it.
Yeah. But, you know, it gets used a lot.
Yeah, people do like the word muff here.
Yes. Maybe I should do another
I quite
muff.
like easy.
Yeah, I like the waffle and the cat fart, probably.
I'm not a big fan of the cake.
Don't you?
It looks a little bit.
Cake. To me, it looks like a cake that would be on The Simpsons.
Yeah. I think my favourite design of them is probably the hug one.
Actually, yeah, I quite like the hug one. Yeah, we spent quite a long time on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
As well. And we did think that would be one if we ever did merch, if we ever get our asses in gear and sort that out. It would be quite a fun one to use. And that's based on Jackie's emotional jellyfish that she gave us all when we met up.
Yeah.
So you can see mine in the background. The pink and purple there at the back. That's my emotional jellyfish from Jackie. And I've got my own to make as well soon.
Lion, didn't I?
Pardon?
I got an emotional support lion, not jellyfish.
Yes.
You heard all about my muff.
Yes, I expect Jackie's told all about it. I can't believe I spent all that time crocheting, and it's taken me longer to undo it than it would have to crochet in the first place, just about.
And remember to stop unpicking now.
Yes. That's because I was watching an absorbing episode of Star Trek Next Generation.
Good series.
Yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more this time than when I've watched it before, actually. And I'm still finding episodes that I don't think I've ever seen before. I somehow missed.
You probably saw them a week ago and forgot.
Yeah, maybe.
Dawn saying, ever tried a quilted pattern or crochet pattern 3D printed something? I don't quite know what you mean, Dawn, but no.
Good. Okay. What's something 3D printed that's supposed to look like crochet?
I've not done anything involving 3D printing and quilted or crocheted anything, so
no. So the answer
don't know exactly
is no.
What you mean, but the answer will be no.
Yeah. Oh, this is a pain in the hole. This is.
Oh no! See that I like. Cup of tea, I'm not so keen on, but an emotional support Cadbury's flake. Yeah, I can get behind that. An emotional support 4-pack of Cadbury's flakes, maybe.
That's the trouble. Yeah, that's why I can't buy multi-packs of anything, because if my head knows it's there, it's not going to stop until they're all gone. They will keep calling to me until they're gone.
Yeah, like you buy a bag of sweets of whatever kind, and they call it a sharing size. Already disagree.
No.
And they put a resealable tab on it.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, see, flakes are very messy. And I've said this before on these streams. I always find their advertising a bit weird. Only the crumbliest, flakiest chocolate. Who was looking for chocolate that was more crumbly and flaky? I've never eaten chocolate and thought, I wish this fell all over me more.
I used to like Ripple because you got like the nice texture of the flakiness, but the
But it was
chocolate
contained
around it to hold it all together so it didn't go all down your front or whatever. Because otherwise you just end up losing chocolate, don't you? And we don't want that.
Nobody wants that. Curly whirlies annoy me for chocolate loss.
The chocolate flakes off the toffee too.
As soon as the toffee stretches at all, bosh, there's all your chocolate on the floor.
All this is coming from someone who's
it stretches.
diabetic and shouldn't be even looking at chocolate. So
I haven't had a curly whirly in years.
No.
Because they're annoying.
I used to like chocolate Brazil nuts.
Yeah.
Really liked them.
To your detriment when you got some for the shop.
When we had the shop years ago, at one point I bought a jar of them. So, you're supposed to sell them by weight or whatever. And, just ate them.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was skinny then. It didn't put weight on like I do now. I think I just...
Yeah.
Just rushing about physically all the time, so...
Yes, I mean, you were doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, as in twirls, they are even more flake-like than a riffle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they are one of my favourites.
You do like a bag of 12 bites?
Yeah, I had a twirl Easter egg, which is what John gets me every year, actually.
Nice.
But one of my favourite things, which I discovered when I was away on a scrapbooking retreat with a friend of mine, Trina, years ago. We used to do this when I was working. I could still afford to do such things. And we used to each take like little nibbly things along. And I think Trina had brought some of those 12 bites along because she knew I liked them. And I'd taken some of Uncle Roy's cheesy nibbles, salty nibbles, Uncle Roy's salty nibbles. And we had them both in little bowls in front of us on the table that we were working at. And I thought, I'll try them both together. Oh my God, that's delicious. The combination, that was before the days when...
chocolate and cheese.
Well, they're not really so much cheesy as savoury, are they?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if they're actually even meant to be cheesy. They're more salty.
I think they're meant to be.
Yeah, they're not really, though.
But they're, yeah.
But this was before the days when... I mean, now it's quite common to get cheese and salty things together. But that was unusual then. Chocolate-covered macadamia nuts. Things. Oh, my God.
Yeah, macadamias, I wish they were reasonably priced.
I wish they weren't. That they're the fattiest nut there is as well, aren't they?
They are ridiculous.
They're so crispy and nice.
Yeah.
Bye, Dawn. Thanks for coming. Nice to see you. To see you nice. I have to do my Brucey every week. We used to buy Dad a box of chocolate Brazils, and you'd take one and spread the rest of the house.
Sneaky.
I heard a story once about chocolate Brazils. Now, who was it who told me this? It was something to do with them giving, it must have been like their elderly relative, chocolate Brazils, and then someone else saying, oh yeah, they'd been eating the Brazil nuts and that they didn't have chocolate on them. And it turned out this person had eaten the Brazil nut that the elderly relative had sucked the chocolate off. Can't remember who it was or how that went now, but yeah, basically they sucked all the chocolate off and put the Brazil nut back in the box, and the person had come along and eaten the Brazil nut. So it's something like, say they said, oh yeah, I had some of those chocolate Brazil, no, I had some of those Brazil nuts that so and so had. Oh, what, the chocolate cover ones? No, there was no chocolate on them. You know, oh.
That's gross.
Yeah. Never accept a sweet from a patient that isn't wrapped. That was one thing that I learned years ago.
Yeah. Someone mentioned Toblerone earlier. Toblerone is much earlier. Toblerone used to be good, but have you seen the disgrace? Like, the peaks are like a metre apart now.
Yeah.
So you get less chocolate.
Like that Easter egg that I showed in the Discord
you were
thing that you got. I was disgusted.
By that. It's like...
It was basically, if you're in Discord, you might have seen, I put it in the general chat. I was disgusted. And, you know, like an Easter egg, you expect to be that kind of egg shape. And Tom's was, that I got in, was egg shaped. And then you turn it sideways, and it was as if it had breathed in. It was kind of still round rounded, but
It was
flat,
brilliant.
like this.
Yeah.
Front, side. What a swizz. I'm just reading about these weird combinations. Aldi here has honey roasted and salted macadamia nuts. Oh, wow. Chocolate ginger, lovely. I love that too.
Oh, yeah.
Smoky bacon crisps and fries, chocolate mint, chocolate bar. That sounds well weird. I'm trying to taste it in my head now. I think it's the mint that's putting me off.
Oh, they changed the Toblerone back. I assume they made them more expensive then, because yeah, that was a disgrace. Enjoy your flake.
Oh, hang on, I've lost the chat. Hang on. I suppose I need to think about winding up now, don't I?
I suppose you do.
Oh, it's come out lovely out there again. Should go out for a walk really now. And then put my weird, strange mixture of dinner together. I suppose it's to flavour my water. Mojito flavoured minus the rum. Is that like lime and things? What's in a mojito? It's like lime, isn't it? Lime and salty, isn't it?
I thought it was the mint one.
Oh, lime and mint. Lime and mint.
Oh, yeah.
Cheesy Wotsits and Jaffa cakes together. She's given up the 6.
Yeah. You'd think smoking would improve that because it kind of kills your taste buds.
Yeah, it's true. But if you're just, the trouble is when you give up smoking is you have to do something else to keep your mouth busy, and it's too easy to get into the habit of having a biscuit with your coffee instead of a fag.
Yeah.
I've said fag again.
And again.
I'm getting an urge to shout it to the rooftops now. Don't do it.
Yeah, I suppose if you had rum, you could just put a bit of the syrup in. Bosh, instant mojito.
I did get some...
Probably not a good one.
Gin and tonic flavour. Not syrup, but like a food flavouring. It's meant for people that make sweets and things to sell. And a very intensely flavoured thing. You get it in a little bottle. And I found that if I'd put a few drops of that into plain tonic water, I could, and put some lime in it and ice cubes, I could kid myself that was a real gin and tonic. I was getting to using that again.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think I've poured myself a gin and tonic, and the next morning, because I pour it into a little measure thing, and then pour it into my glass.
Fills it 5 times.
It's happened quite often that I, the next morning, I find the little measure thing is still there with the gin in, and I thought I was drinking a gin and tonic, and in fact I was only drinking a tonic because I'd never actually put the gin in. So just goes to show you, I don't always notice.
In case anyone's wondering, that is not what happened on that Saturday stream recently.
No. The Joe the taxi.
Joe the taxi happened, but yeah.
Yeah, I gave it another go this Saturday, Tom, didn't I? But fortunately, there were no witnesses. No filming was going on.
No. Which you suddenly realise might have been happening after you did it.
Tom's got his phone. It's okay.
Bye, Carol.
Oh, Frazzles or Smoky Bacon Crisps and Philadelphia. Oh, yeah. Gin and tonic. Oh, were they? I think that's what this stuff is meant for, but to add to a drink, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a craze for a while making bacon-flavoured everything, and a lot of it was awful. Like, for a while, the internet decided that bacon was the best flavour, and it deserved to be on everything. I tried bacon-flavoured candy canes. Because someone had some at work, and they were even more awful than they sound.
I like that bacon jam stuff, though.
Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, candy canes, no, it was awful. Just probably no tonic in it onto a taxi night.
No.
The funny thing is, to wind you up, I just told people while you were on your way up that you were just preparing another bucket of gin. And then that happened.
That was bad, wasn't it? That was really bad.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Yeah. That doesn't mean it doesn't make it okay.
No.
Right, that's it. I've done about a square and a half, and then I started a very small square which I abandoned. I'm gonna have a look at those videos that was it Deb shared?
Yes.
Yeah, watch them. Bye, Lane. Dairy Lee cheese on rich tea biscuits. I've heard someone else say that. Emma said that as well, didn't she? Emma down in Cornwall. She said Dairy Lee on rich tea biscuits. Yeah. I wouldn't knock that till I've tried it. I'd give that a go, I think.
I think I might. Plastic cheese on everyone's least favourite biscuit.
Pardon?
Plastic cheese on everyone's least favourite biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butter
digestives, I can see. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And when I was a kid, I didn't used to like Weetabix with milk. I thought it was gross. It's just like baby food. The instant you put the milk on it, it just goes, ugh. But I used to put butter and jam or margarine and jam on my Weetabix instead. Messy,
Weird.
but more palatable than milk for me. So, yeah. Anyway, on that note, yes, have a lovely rest of the week, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. That was a lot of fun. Thanks to you guys. And and here comes the weird German bloke, slice of bread with Nutella. Oh, PP.
EP.
No, Nutella and salami.
That's too German.
Garnished with sauerkraut along the top. Yeah, so thanks everybody for coming along.
Thanks, guys.
And making it so much
everyone
fun.
But PP.
And have a lovely weekend. It's nearly the weekend again. No, it's only Wednesday. Where do the weeks go? Yeah.
I'm already dreading Friday.
It's horrible to me. It's horrible to me.
Only because she deserves
I'm going now, and I'm not even going to. I'm going to go straight to the controls and switch this off, turn this off.
Bye, guys.
End the stream. Oh. She says.